It's me again, the host with the most, Jeremiah Duncan. What is up, you horror nerds? Hopefully everybody is doing wonderful today. I've got a review for you. Typically, when you have a horror movie that is PG-13, a lot of times you lose some of the grit, some of the fire, some of the fun when it's not rated R or not rated. However, there's the occasional drops that you get in the PG-13 realm that are, especially nowadays, because back in the 80s you get a PG-13 and it's like an R-rated movie now sometimes. But some very rare occasions do you get a PG-13 movie that is a horror movie that you're like, they pushed that PG-13. I'm talking about 2019 release, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Yes, this is PG-13. However, I think there's 4 kills in it, which is pretty wild. They're very creepy kills. The aura of the movie is creepy. If you've read the children's books, they were creepy. I mean, I had the books when I was younger. Some of them were just very, very, icky feeling. They're kind of a fun fact. Like, if you are familiar with all of the books in the Scary Stories series, you can actually find all of them, whether it's a cat sitting here or this over there. They are literally in the whole movie. Every book is mentioned in the movie in some form, shape, or another, which is super cool that they put all these little Easter eggs in there, because it is based on that iconic kids' stories. So this here, if you aren't familiar with it, this is my Blu-ray version. Let's read the back for you. And that is some tiny print on this little tiny Blu-ray. Spectacles, what can I say? All right. It is 1968 in America. Sidebar, I love fiction, timepieces, like when it's in a different time as of the present, like when it's throwback and they have like the 60s vibe going on in here, and there's like a little bit of racial tensions going on, in the South and stuff like that. It's super cool. Anyway, it's 1968 in America. Change is blowing in the wind, but seemingly far removed from the unrest of the cities is a small town of Mill Valley, where 4 generations, God, this is tiny print. 4 generations, the shadow of the Bellows family has loomed large. It is in their mansion on the edge of town that Sarah, a young girl with horrible secrets, turned her tortured life into a series of scary stories. Written in a book that has transcended time. For a group of teenagers who discover Sarah's terrifying home, the stories become all too real in this spine-tingling film produced by Oscar winner Guillermo del Toro. So, Guillermo del Toro, oh, how I heart you. You are a man that I love. I love The Strain. I love Pacific Rim. Did a review on that before with my youngest. Check that out. That's on the YouTube channel. It's also on my Instagram. I mean, he did Hellboy. If you ever get a chance to Google Guillermo del Toro's house, it is awesome. Like, the walls look like this, but it's like stuff that probably cost as much as my actual house in one section. Because, I mean, there's stuff from movies, and I mean, it's just fascinating. I would love to walk through that man's house. For what this is, a PG-13 horror movie, this is a 6 out of 10 for me. This is a fun one. I've watched it several times. I've watched it with my oldest son. I've watched it with people that don't typically like horror movies, and they're really freaked out about it because it's done so well, and it's scary, and it's just a blast. It's probably one of the better ones to come out as of recently. It was actually co-written by Kevin and Dan Hageman, which is kind of funny that Guillermo del Toro worked with them, because they're really known for Lego movies, Ninjago, and Troll Hunters, you know, which Troll Hunters, Guillermo del Toro worked with on that too. So I see the connection, but it's just kind of funny that that's like, hey, let's bring in these people that know the kids, you know, keep it PG-13, and Guillermo, do your thing, you know. So just fascinating, you know. I loved it. 6 out of 10 though for me, and it's probably just because it's PG-13. If they made this an R-rated one, I mean, that'd be intense, man, intense, because it's a great movie. Great visual effects. I mean, it's Guillermo. Great visual effects, great storyline. It's based off of classic books. What goes wrong, you know? 6 out of 10. If you've seen it, comment below. I'd love to know what your favorite kill was. I would have to go with the big white person in the red room just absorbing, because, man, that creature thing is creepy. Comment below, like, share. You know the drill. Follow us on Instagram or right here on YouTube. Either one. Much love. Love to hear from you. Keep sending me emails, suggestions, messages with suggestions. And stick around every day. We got a new video coming at you. Have a good one. Bye.